This is Jam the Hype TV. My name is Chris Chicago. Thank you so much for viewing this incredible broadcast. We're live at Legacy Conference 2014.
Yes,
we're actually at an outreach. I don't even know where we're at in Chicago, but I have a good friend of mine. We always get it turned up though when we do interviews, don't we? This is my homie. This is my homie Shopé.
Yep.
And if you remember, if you've been a long-time watcher, viewer, listener of Jam the Hype TV, you'll remember, hopefully you can remember an interview that me and this guy did South by Southwest 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Where I completely went off on you because you used to be formerly known as Spoken.
This is I knew you would enjoy this interview.
And dude, you do not know how thrilled I was when I got the phone call saying that you have chosen now to drop Spoken and go by your birth government name.
The name my mother
your mama gave you.
The name they gave me.
Shout out to your mama.
And Papa.
And Papa.
Both of them.
Shopé, dude.
Shopé.
Because when you first told me your name, remember I punched a door?
Yeah.
You told me your name,
You
Shopé,
almost took out that building.
And I turned around and I started punching the door. And I started
Go
kicking.
check the video archive. This is all
I started
true.
punching things. I started kicking things. We sung the national anthem of Canada.
Of Canada. Canada.
And so I was so turned up when you said your name was Shopé.
Yep.
Because I was like, dude, you have such a great normal name.
That is
It was
true.
like when I was first in radio, I used to call myself C-Dub, and everybody would be like, dude, why do you call yourself C-Dub? Because you have a cool radio name, Chris Chicago, which people think is still my radio name, but it's my real name.
Yeah, I thought you lived in Chicago just because of that, but apparently you don't.
I don't live in Chicago.
It's a great name.
You still thought that?
Well, not anymore, but I thought you were based in Chicago. I thought that was like a name you came up with, but found out it was your name. It's that cool. It's that good.
Bro, I don't know if you know this, bro. I'm not sure if you're aware. We're in a building, bro.
Last I checked, that is true.
The sun is not out, homie.
Trust this guy to always call me out on something.
All right, so I know you got a cool name now. I know you got that. You got that worked out. Let me check these out real quick. Let me check these out.
Be my guess.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Shopé. I'm from Canada. I just changed my name. I spit fat bars, 16s on ya. Like I'm Italian, like I just ate lasagna on ya. I just came up with that on the top of the dome, bro.
Drop the mic and walk away.
I don't want you to feel uncool.
See,
in this interview.
now I feel bad for wearing this because you just mentioned we're in a building.
We're in the building, and
good.
I just want to point out to the viewers so they don't think that you're being too cool for school.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
I'm a down-to-earth kind of guy.
If Lecrae rolled up in here and he was wearing sunglasses, I probably wouldn't
say anything.
But he's Lecrae. You know what I'm saying?
He gets a free pass.
But you're Shopé.
I am Shopé.
Soon, I think you have the skills, though, to rise to the top of the
thank
Christian
you.
hip-hop world and be one of those premier MCs.
Wow.
You keep making great songs.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
making
you.
great decisions like changing your name.
Thank you.
Talk to me. Talk to us about that process of going from Spoken to Shopé.
Yeah. It was motivated by multiple reasons. I mean, first of all, when I picked the name years ago, when I first started out in this rap thing, when I was 14, I was like 14 years ago, something like that. I'm 25 now, so whatever the math works out to.
I mean, 14 plus 14 is 28.
That was like 10, 11 years ago.
The only reason I know that is because I'm a football fan. So, touchdown, 7 points. You scored 14 points.
You're good with the sevens.
The sevens, bro, I'm on it. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56.
Keep going. No, you can't.
Well, there's no 62. But you don't see many scores past 62, so.
Yeah, so that's all right. So you just stop.
So when you're 14 years ago.
So when 10 years ago, 11 years. So when I picked the name, I didn't find any other artists. So I did a little bit of research and I didn't find any other artists.
You didn't research hard enough.
I didn't research hard enough. Apparently, unbeknownst to me, there's another band. Well-known band who picked that name, but at that time they had sort of had a bit of a cooling off. But in recent,
14 years ago?
Yeah.
Dude, 14 years ago,
I was at
a radio station.
I was using Google back then.
Booking them in concert.
I was using Google back then, and they did not come up. So whoever was doing their analytics, their SEO work, wasn't doing a good enough job.
As analytics in
Maybe that's why. So you can't blame me for picking the name. Anyways, recently, they're on the come up again. So I think I'm not sure if they put out another project or.
Dude, 2 #1 singles in a row that I happen to work on the Billboard Christian Rock charts. Shout out to rocktheshamrock.com. Got Marco Lobos. He's our manager of rhythmic promotion over there. Just
There
a
you
little
go.
shout out.
There you go.
Sorry. So
No, that's fine.
you didn't
I'm
find him.
used to your interruptions.
You thought you were safe.
I thought I was safe, but recently they're coming up, and recently there's been some confusion on the blogosphere with people coming to my videos thinking it was them, and so that's really not good for business. That's really not good for branding. So that was probably the
Is
first.
it okay if I hug you?
It's perfectly fine. I don't know how long I can hold it for, but it's good. And then we found out I was probably not good for branding and marketing. See, now you're looking at me. That's just like, now it's getting a little uncomfortable. But we found out that that was probably not good for branding, especially because they got the name first. So that was probably the first hint. And then moving on, I had been sort of dabbling with that name for a couple years, and then I spoke to you about it 2 years ago, and that was sort of like an additional nudge in the direction of what I'd already been considering. Yeah. And then a couple more factors. So as I've grown as an artist, as I've grown as a man, I got married 5 months ago. Shout out to my beautiful wife out there.
Congratulations.
She
Beautiful
got me
wife out
these
there.
for my birthday, so she knows the business.
Nice.
But yeah, so as I've grown as a man, not just as an artist, but as a man, I've really honed in on the kind of music I want to make. And the easiest way to describe it is I want to show people what it's like to be a real Christian who, notwithstanding, understands that life is hard. And so I'm just sort of...
You want to be a role model.
I want to be a role model. Shout out to Role Model Records. And I want to show people what it's like to navigate the rough terrain of life in light of being a Christian. So it's a very honest and open kind of music. And I realized that having a moniker sort of puts a little bit of an invisible wall between me and the fans. But by getting rid of that, that really helps draw me closer to the fans and helps communicate that message that I just want to be a real person to them.
Well, and just another thing, in Christian music alone, let's get outside of hip-hop. There's Unspoken, which is on Centricity Records.
Wow.
I mean, they're really well known. There's another group, Corey Brooks, lead singer, a band called Spoken 4.
There you go.
And then there's the rock band Spoken.
There you go.
So the fact that you're just going by Shopé now,
Shopé,
which is such a great name.
Yeah. And even the final thing is that, because that's actually my real name. That's part of my real name.
That's your real name?
That's my
so
real
you're not
name.
like making up a name.
I'm not making it up. And the amazing thing is that my full first name, which is of Nigerian origin, actually means I make joy to the Lord. Like, that's the actual meaning of my name. So it's like all the arrows just sort of seem to point in that direction.
I'm
me
so
changing
glad
my name.
that I could have just a little bit in your story, man.
Well, listen.
Just a little bit.
You were that final, do it.
Because when we walked away from South by Southwest 2 years ago, and I checked in with you guys maybe a month after.
Yeah.
Is he going to go by Shopé? No. He's going to go by Spoken. I was disappointed because I felt like you missed an opportunity. And if I didn't think that you were a great artist or worth fighting for that, I would have been disappointed. I've been like, some indie artist from Canada.
Wow.
Whatever, let him make that mistake. So I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Proud of Role
Thank
Model
you.
Records. Shout out to Drew Becks, who's standing over there, and of course our homie
Shopé.
our homie.
Oh, Julian? Legit?
Julian, dude. I don't even mess with Julian.
Shola. Head and CEO of Role Model Records.
CEO, man. I love that dude.
One of the hardest working guys I
Julian,
know.
don't really like that guy, but that's another story.
You didn't like me when you first met me, so
No, I love Julian.
Let that be redemption. Oh,
Did you
go.
see me and Julian from South by Southwest
I did.
earlier this year?
I did. I'm like, that's typical Chris Chicago. But I think Julian is...
What do you mean typical Chris Chicago? What does that mean?
Like, you can't have a straightforward question and answer kind of interview. That just does not work with
can
you.
too.
But you see, I've adjusted to that. That was Julian's first experience with you. So I think he was trying to figure out, what do I do with this? How do I go about this? But
you already know how I roll.
He loves you. He loves you. It's
Yeah.
all good. So, yeah, but it's amazing, man. Amazing that you played a huge role in that and just sort of giving me that last little nudge and that little confirmation to change my name from Spoken.
What do you got going on, man? You got an EP coming out?
I do have an EP coming out.
Talk to us about that EP.
August 26th. It is a self-titled EP.
Okay.
And all it is, it's meant to be just a new product to give to the people. So
Is it a free download?
It's a free download.
Smart decision.
It's a free download. It will be on iTunes as well. So if people want to go in and purchase it and support, that's fine. But if they don't want to, you can freely download it as well.
Can we put that on jamthehype.com?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we're going to have a full-on news post story, free download of the new EP. What is it going to be called?
It is going to be called, can you guess what it's going to be called? Shopé. Real simple.
Yes.
Shopé, real simple.
Yes. Will the real Shopé please stand up?
I'm already standing up.
All right, man. All right, man.
And we're actually going to do something. We're going to do something special.
Do you have a copy of the EP?
We're going to do something special. I don't have a copy. We're going to unveil the cover.
You're going to unveil the cover?
We're going to unveil the cover of the EP.
Can we do that at
This has never been
jamthehype.com?
seen by anybody except the Role Model Records team and the designer. But Jam the Hype people are going to get to see it
When do we get to
today.
unveil it?
As soon as you say the word.
Let's unveil it. Can we unveil it? Is this happening?
Is there a drum roll?
Oh.
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh my gosh. That is dope.
That is
Look
the
at
EP
this.
cover. Shout out to my man Q, Jeremy Rodney Hall, who designed this, as well as
This is hot, bro.
appreciate it, as well as he produced the lead single. The lead single is going to be released within a couple days. He produced the lead single on the EP as well. So shout out to Q, Jeremy Rodney Hall, for putting this together.
Dude, I have an idea. What's happening with this right here?
Like this.
What's
copy?
happening with this actual physical cover?
I just showing the people. If you got a better idea, then let me know what you have
Can
in
you
mind.
sign it and can we give it away here at jamthehype.com?
I'll be more than
Who's
willing
got a
to.
Sharpie? Anybody got a
Anybody
Sharpie?
got a Sharpie?
Somebody's got a Sharpie here as we
I will
broadcast
sign this and we will give this away
here
to somebody.
on jamthehype.tv. Hey, anybody got a Sharpie? Sharpie, anybody? Sharpie? 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 Nobody has a Sharpie. Sharpie, you got a Sharpie? Is that a Sharpie? It's just a pen. Hey, you got a Sharpie?
We'll find a Sharpie.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to get a Sharpie. We're going to have you
Sign this.
We're going to have you sign this.
Yep.
And we'll give
it
this
away.
at jamthehype.com.
We got to figure out how we're going to give it away.
Give it away, give it away now.
Give it away, give it away,
Got to
give it
give it
away.
away now. So we're going to give this away.
We will.
I
have no idea what he's doing
right here. We're going to give this away. This is Shopé, ladies and gentlemen.
This is me.
I really hope you don't get as big as Lecrae someday, because then you'll look back at this interview and people will be like,
I hope.
dang, would Chris Chicago really putting his album cover on
It's
top
all
of
good,
his
but
head
by
like
then
that?
Chris is family,
Like,
so
what would Lecrae do if I put this on top of his
you
head
probably
like
couldn't
that?
put it on Lecrae because
No,
you
you're
probably couldn't
right.
reach the top of his
So,
head.
no, you know I love you. I would only do it to you if I love you. You have
Absolutely.
a Sharpie? No, I thought she had a Sharpie. All right, man, final words. Anything you want to say right here at jamthehype.tv?
We love you guys. We love Jam the Hype. Shout out to Jam the Hype for really putting Role Model Records up, working with us. I know Chris Chicago didn't just throw it, my EP cover, but it's okay. Love you guys. Remember, above everything, we want people to see Jesus. So we say Role Model Records follow, so we follow greatness. Not because we're perfect, but we have a perfect love. So stick with it. All the social media contacts are going to be all on the page as well. So follow me on Twitter.
You're from Canada?
Facebook. I am from Canada. Shout out to the Toronto.
Let's
Toronto,
end the
stand
interview.
up.
Let's end the interview with this. Oh, Canada.
Our home and
La la
native
la.
land. True
La
patriot.
la.
In all our sons. Good man.
I can't do it, man.
Google
the
it.
next time we interview, we'll know the whole song. JamTheHype.tv, your boy Chris Chicago. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Shopé.
Shopé. Love you guys.